All right.
In my childhood, I spent my days outside having fun and being a kid. Today, however, according to the article written by the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, the average 8 to 18-year-old spends 7 hours a day behind a screen. Limiting screen time will help lead to a healthier life. Too much screen time can affect brain development in school and in social life. It can affect your sleep, and it can also lead to obesity. I will also be giving you some ideas to try to help limit your own screen time. The brain is the most important part of the body, and too much time behind a screen can hurt the brain's development. Kids who are spending more time behind a screen, whether that be a phone, an iPad, or a television, are doing worse academically, as in the article, Is Screen Times Altering the Brains of Children?, written by Sean Radcliffe. Too much time behind a screen causes premature thinning of the outmost cortex in the brain. Later in the article, he stated, children spend more time on their phones, got lower scores on thinking and language tests. This leading children's brains not to mature as much because they are on a screen too much. Doing this makes them struggle in things like academics and in person. Whereas children who are not spending as much time on their phones are doing better on these tests and are scoring better and having overall just better academics. As well as hurting the brain's development in social or in academic life, it also affects the social life. Children who spend more time on a phone or watching TV growing up lose the ability to talk to people in person. They spend too much time talking on their phone and not having to deal with the real life ability of being able to speak to someone. And once you get to adulthood, speaking to somebody is something that you have to do in everything, whether that be an interview or even just in a class. You have to be able to speak to somebody, and spending too much time on a phone affects that part of your brain's development. Not only does it hurt the brain from developing, it also hurts the sleep that children and adults are getting. More screen time leads to less sleep time and quality. Exposure to blue light from such black lit screens suppresses production of melatonin. Melatonin helps you fall asleep and stay asleep longer, thereby delaying the sleep onset and reducing sleep duration and quality. As stated in the article, Relationships with Demographics and Sleep. Looking at the screen before you go to bed, whether it be a TV or a phone, keeps the brain awake and thinking and not helping you fall asleep. You get less sleep quality. Even if you are getting your 8 hours, you will still feel more tired in the morning and it's as if you did not get enough sleep. This leads you to be less energized and just overall not as great at your daily life. With the less sleep quality, it doesn't matter the quantity you're getting, it's just not as impactful. Feeling more energized helps you just do better and have a better day, so spending less time on your phone before you go to bed helps you fall asleep. Therefore, you can try something like setting your phone in another room before you go to bed. If you do that, that'll maybe help your sleep. You can try it for a week and see how you feel. If a child has no energy from sleep, it can lead to them being lazier and gaining weight, why the obesity rate is high. So, in the article, Direct Measurements of Smartphone Screen Time, Relationships with Demographics and Sleep, written by Matthew Christensen, the average teen spends 3.7 minutes per hour on their phone. That does not include behind the screen of a TV, laptop, or anything else, versus only 1.3 minutes per hour outside or doing something physically demanding and healthy for your body. Teens are supposed to get 60 minutes of activity a day. Teens are not getting this, and that is leading to them being more obese. That is why the obesity rate has gone up from just 16.9% in 2000 in teens around America to 19.7% today. So in just 20 years, with the development of phones and all the electronics we have, the obesity rate has gone up 2% in teens and people in America. Because kids are spending too much time behind a screen and not doing something physical, this is leading the obesity rate going up. Leading me to tell you things that can try to help you with going on your phone less. So your action is to try to limit your own screen time. Make a limit on your phone and try to go below it. The average person, like I said, spends 7 hours or more per day on the phone. Set a limit for yourself, whether it be 3 hours or less, whatever it is, to try to help you and just see if you feel better during the day. Another thing I said earlier was to just put your phone in another room when you go to sleep. This will help you feel more energized during the day and just overall feel better. So, too much screen time can hurt the brain's development, affect your sleep, and it has caused the obesity rate to go up. So try to limit your own screen time. Limiting screen time will help you lead to a happier and healthier life. Less time spent behind a screen is better for children and adults.
That was a lot of good information.